It's time for Highlands PIAA basketball tonight from a sold-out Norwin High School. The Highlands Golden Rams against the #1 ranked WPIAL champion Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Along with the Dean Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik, along with cameraman Dan from high up the catbird seat here at Norwin. Dean, we got a great vantage point.
Yeah, Mike, the balcony's even filling up, 2,200 seat capacity. I think we're having a sellout here tonight. They got here early.
I think we are. When you talked to the secretary this week, you said, what's capacity? And she said
2,200.
Yeah, and they'd never had it. They've never had it.
A
So
sellout.
This could be the
you're going to get one.
Could be the first. Well, these two teams played just last week. It seems like forever ago, but it was last Monday down at Peters Township. A game that was won by Laurel Highlands, and a game they played just a terrific game.
Yeah, Mike, they played their best game of the year offensively. They had 6 3-pointers. In the previous 2 games, they had 1 in each of those games. They penetrated, they finished, and they made their foul shots. I call that playing on all 3 levels of the offense. And when you do that, you're going to win games. And they did it that night. And Mike, probably the most impressive statistic of all, 2 turnovers the entire game.
That's unbelievable, actually.
Well, actually 2 on our end, though.
Yeah.
Look at what we did. We didn't do much offensively. You got to give their defense some credit. We only had 2 guys in double figures, and that was Jimmy Quince and Braden Foster. But little secret, they may not know, Cameron Regard coming off a career-high 25 on Tuesday. Hopefully he saved a few of those for tonight.
You know, and he did those 25 points. You talked about Foster and Kunst in that first game. They were the only 2 guys to score in the first half.
Yes.
And that you got to have more balance than that. Well, Laurel Highlands came off that championship and maybe had a little bit of a letdown on their opening state game on Tuesday night at home.
Everybody does, Mike. A couple years ago when we won Harbor Creek, we struggled in the first half. They only had Elizabethtown up by 3 at halftime. Then they pulled away in the second half. And, you know, when you win a WPL championship in double overtime at the peak, there's normally a letdown. And, again, like I said, I think we saw it. By the way, 2 years ago, Mike, their first playoff game in the state after winning the WPL championship, they lost to Yorktown Suburban 57-56. So they're calling this down in Laurel Highlands their revenge tour.
Well, they brought a lot of people to witness it. I can tell you that. They have jam-packed their side over there, and we have the balcony seating happening up here too. So we are going to have an overflow crowd here tonight. Well, again, they played 10 days ago. I always think in the second matchup in these games that the loser has the advantage because they're the ones that make the adjustments.
Yeah,
Ball and Corey Dodson scored.
And you have to make adjustments. When you lose by 17, you have to. Their big 3 guards, Gallagher, Davis, DeShields, they shot over top that 2-3 zone last time. I told you they had 6 threes. I would play those 3 guys man-to-man. And I'd take our 3 bigs, actually 4, you kind of Cinderella, but Long, Foster, Timmons, I would put them in the paint. They would be trees down there, and if they beat our guys off the dribble, the big man's there in the post waiting for them, they would have to do one of 2 things. Take a charge or block a shot, and if we can get Laurel Highlands to take that pull-up jump shot, that's the toughest shot to make in basketball. I think I said that is what we have to do. On the other end, on the offense, I would do what Newcastle did, Mike. They spread it out. They put their big guy Wells in the post, and he had his way until the end of the game. Then they surround him. I think a big game from Foster tonight would hopefully get us over the hump of a victory.
Rick Hogger, the coach of Laurel Highlands, in the blue golf shirt there. You see Corey Dodson in the black shirt to his left, discussing it with the officials tonight at the meeting. You see Brian Pritz, he's the game manager, the former great girls coach at Southmoreland. 235 wins, retired a couple of years ago. He's got little kids. He wanted to take time for them.
I was down in the locker before. Coach Hogger is out there sitting in the back. They're out warming up. I said, you got the best seat in the house. Really a laid-back guy, nice guy. I'm going to make the prediction I made in the Penn Hills game, Mike. Whoever's winning at the end of the first quarter wins this game.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. It's the second round of the PIAA 5A playoffs. It's the Highlands Golden Rams and the WPIAL champion Laurel Highlands Mustangs. It's all coming up from Norwin right after this. All right, welcome back to the Castle at Norwin High School. And the Highlands Golden Rams starting lineup.
They'll introduce the Golden Rams first instead of the visiting team. They'll start number 0, Chandler Timmons, averaging 7.3 points per game. Number 1 is Jimmy Quint, 6'2" junior, averaging 21 points per game. Number 14, senior Carter Leary, 5'11", averaging 10.5 per game. Number 15, the big guy in the middle, sophomore, 6'8", Braden Foster, averaging 12 points a game. And number 24, Cam Regard, sophomore, 6 foot tall, averaging 9.3, but coming off a 25-point performance against Brashear.
Highlands comes into this game 19-7 and are decidedly the road team tonight. Now it's time for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 26-0, WPIL champion for the second time in 3 years.
They will start number 1, Kendra DeShields, 6'3" junior, had 14 last time against us last week. Number 2, Rodney Gallagher, 6 foot junior, 19 points on Monday. Number 3, Brandon Davis, the third of the big three, 6'1" junior. He was their leading scorer with 20 points. Number 15, Joe Chambers, 6'2" senior. And number 33, Nico Johns, a 6'2" senior.
Joe Chambers was their leading scorer with 18 against Elizabethtown on Tuesday night, the game they won 53-33. We mentioned Cameron Regard with 25 had a career high in the 74-46 win for Highlands over Brashear at home. The Rams finished their home schedule 10-1 this year.
And Mike, we talk about the big three, their guards, they're all juniors, but the other 4 guys who play, they're all seniors, so they're going to lose quite a bit off their roster this year, where we're going to lose Carter Leary out of our starting lineup.
This is the 5th time these two teams have played in playoffs. Highlands has beaten them once. That was in 2010. These two teams played here in 2017. Laurel Highlands won that game 49-48. That was an 8-9 game. The ball's in the air. The tip is won by the Mustangs. They move right to left dressed in their home white uniforms. This is Rodney Gallagher, number 2. Rams come out 1-3-1. Trapping out of it. Davis. Now they go right side with a 3, and an air ball is jacked up by Chambers, and the Rams have the rebound.
And again, they're going right to the offense, Mike, and I think they should try to run them a little bit.
Yeah. Here is Kunst. Dump it down to Foster with a right hand, missed the shot, it's tipped up in the air, and the rebound to Shields. And boy, he could get up there. He was so impressive the first time. That's Gallagher with a jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound weak side to Chambers. Now to Davis.
Armbar.
The Shields goes all the way home, missed the shot. Now put back up and missed by Nico Johns, and the Rams have the rebound. There's a lid on it. I would consider this a good start for Highlands, because Laurel Highlands is probably about 0 for 8.
Yeah, Mike, and what I like is they're attacking. They're not trying to set up. Now they will, but they try to at least put the ball, get our offense rhythm going.
Timmons, left side to Kunst. Kunst drives in, head fake. Now to Regard. We've played 1:15 and neither team has scored.
Very aggressive on defense, but you got to try to make them pay for that aggression.
Good defense by Chambers on Kunst that time.
And here's where I would try to get the ball to Foster, Mike.
Now, nice power move by Timmons, and he puts it in. The Rams lead 2-0.
And if you remember last time, Mike, we had the first basket. Jimmy hit a 3. We say last time was last Monday, so what is very long
That is
ago.
correct. This is Davis.
They're going to let Chambers shoot out there.
They missed it again. Rebound is tipped, but the Shields has it.
Until he makes it. Regard on the grind. He got shoved.
He
There's
did.
a foul. Cameron Regard, great defense that time, Mike.
Brandon Davis picks up the foul. That's his first. 2 minutes in. 2-0 Highlands, and they have the basketball.
And again, that was position. Mike Davis couldn't get through him, so he just pushed him down.
The winner of this game plays the winner of Hershey and Gateway. They're playing tonight at Bald Eagle High School. That's in Bellefonte. If you're a State College fan, you know where that is.
Once on the attack.
Punched all the way to the basket, lays it in, and the Rams lead 4-0.
Again, Mike, I thought a quick start would be very important for the Golden Rams.
Here's Davis. Now they go underneath, and missing the shot was Johns. He puts it up again, blocked. Foster had 9 blocks the other night against Brashear.
And what I love about Braden, Mike, he keeps it on the floor. He doesn't knock it out of bounds.
Leary with a head fake. Now to Foster again. Jaden Pratt up off the Laurel Highlands bench. Rams with a 4-0 early lead. Here's Kunst.
Coach Rick Hogger not waiting around. Pratt's the energy guy. Gonna bring him in early.
Foster.
Don't forget, Brady can shoot out there. Foul.
And against Johns, nothing to, no call, and Johns got the rebound also. Here's Gallagher all the way through, and Gallagher shoots and scores and draws the foul. Well, when they get in trouble, that's where they go to number 2.
They're going to get that on Foster?
It is Foster's first. Team foul number 1 against Highlands. So that'll put Gallagher at the line, and here comes Jaden Pratt.
And the little things you have to think about, Mike. Foster is fouled out on this end, then he commits a foul on that end.
Great time to tell us about Matt Martin, Bill Constantine, and Gary Dixon. Those are our 3 men in stripes tonight. And Gallagher makes it 4-3. And we got a whistle. A clock issue of some sort.
And Coach Dock gets a chance to talk to the referee, Matt Martin, over there. I think he's still upset about that call we didn't get with Foster. Then he commits the foul on the other end.
So here are the Rams, left to right. This is Kunst out top. And Gallagher comes out to get him.
Looks like a little 2-man game with Foster and Kunst.
Leary right side. Now dump it down to Leary. Back out to Foster. Got around a man. Left side, Kunst. 3 ball up. In and out, no good. Rebound to Shields.
Like we had one of those at Peters Township the other night, too. Hey, there's
the Shields goes right in, and it play on. Regard has it. Corey Dodgen really wanted a call there, and he is screaming at the official.
How about that?
Kunst is tripped, and they get the call.
Pratt.
It's on Pratt, his first. Crowd boos, but seriously.
Pratt's first foul, team second. Highlands will trigger in. Into Foster.
Foster now tries to kick it back out to Leary. He's open. His 3 from right down the middle is nothing but nylon. And the Rams lead it 7-3.
He was hitting in the pregame, Mike.
Carter Leary. Now a 3 from Gallagher's an air ball. Nice pass. And they missed the bunny. Pratt puts it back up and in. Now too many chances on the offensive glass. And Pratt finally scores.
Got a block out on defense. They're not doing it.
7-5. Here's Foster.
Right here, buddy.
Yep, got the move, and he put it in.
Now he can get the ball down to Foster with Chambers on it, Mike. He can have a field day.
Now a follow-away jumper by DeShields is missed. Put back up by Pratt, missed it. Pratt's going to get another try, and Foster blocked it.
Foster with 2 blocks now.
Now to Regard, left side for 3. Yes!
Cameron Regard.
12-5. Highlands by 7.
Reminds me of the Penn Hills game, Mike.
Now a 3 from the left side is drained.
Chambers, Mike, you'll give him that.
He was their leading scorer Monday night. It's 12-8.
You got to give somebody. They give him.
Here's Foster. 3 minutes left, first quarter. Highlands by 4. Regard to Kunst, baseline. Gallagher tried to get it away from him, couldn't. He found Regard in the corner. Regard drives baseline, threw it out, and Leary saves it. Now Timmons resets. Leary out top.
Great first quarter of action here so far.
And here's Regard. Rams are shooting at the end that we're at. We're in the corner. They try to keep us out of the way because there are tons of folks behind us in the balcony.
Rarely do we see a balcony situation here, Mike, but not only are both sides filled, but there's a balcony behind us that's filled.
And it's full.
Not a seat to be had.
Chandler Timmons. Rams have taken a minute off the clock here on this possession. They lead at 12-8.
Now, Mike, it's one thing to be patient, another thing, a good shot out of it.
Kunst into the paint, stops, threw up a scoop shot, score, and it's 14-8.
Got him off his feet, Mike.
Highlands by 6. They led by 7 earlier. Here's Davis. Davis got a crossover move and a good one. Throws up a jumper, missed it.
Over the back.
Rebound, no call, but Timmons able to tip it out to Jimmy Kunst.
Highlands had numbers.
Now to Timmons, left-handed,
yes,
up off the glass and down.
Timmons has 4. More importantly, Highlands has doubled up Laurel Highlands 16-8 in the first quarter.
Here's Gallagher. Now to Davis. Chambers is wide open in the corner, not a man with a mile of him. He missed a shot. Dean, that's what you said. That's the guy that they're going to let have it. Yeah.
It. Now Hines can be patient here with 1:20 to go.
And an 8-point lead. And they have the arrow also. Here's Timmons. Nice cut to Regard. Regard goes up and under move. Can't get it.
Oh.
Tipped by Kuntz, no good. Rebound to Pratt.
Transition.
Gallagher, but he's 1-on-3. Goes all the way to the basket. Shot, score, foul. And that's what he can do. He explodes to the basket. He's got 5, and it's 16-10.
That time the foul was on Chandler Timmons, his first. And he has a chance to finish a 3-point play here.
And Corey Dodgen's going to use a timeout. I was just about to mention, Dean, they hadn't substituted yet. And normally by now he would. And I'm wondering if he is so set on using his 5 that he's going to try to strategically use his timeouts to keep them rested, because it's warm in here tonight.
Speaking of timeouts, they had media timeouts last week. So far,
yeah, we have lots of media, and we have us and Uniontown down the way. So, oh well. But so 1:04 left here in the first quarter. The Rams couldn't have asked for a better start. They lead at 16-10.
Colton Haggerty gave his prediction, Mike, 69-66. The good Highlands, he said. So Colton, hope you're right there. And again, we come in averaging 70 a game, giving up 51. Laurel Highlands, Mike, they're great on defense. They hold teams to 45 points and total only 44 in the playoffs. They're averaging 78 a game. So again, we talk about their offense, but again, they do a great job on defense too.
Highlands, of course, beating Brashear the other night at home, and Laurel Highlands beat Elizabethtown at home, but now it's going to be neutral sites the rest of the way out. Next game would be Tuesday. And here's what's different than it's been in the past. You said there was always a week off in between the...
Right.
But now the week off is between the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah, there'll be weekends. Both of those will be on weekends. You mentioned on our side, the winner of tonight's game plays the winner of the Gateway Hershey game. Above us, Mike, Penn Hills beat undefeated Lamster Strasburg 62-39. You talk about a beat. Wow.
And Dean, I'm right. He did not substitute. So this is as long as they've gone in any game this year without a sub. The Gallagher makes it. He's got 6 of the 11, and it's 16-11. Highlands by 5.
1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Highlands off to a quick start.
So that would give him 1 timeout a quarter and 1 extra one, if that's what he wants to do. We've seen that before. Not necessarily with Highlands, but other teams have done it.
Now, as I said, Mike, it's one thing to take time off the clock. It's more important to get a quality shot out of. There's Jimmy 1-on-1.
And they're going to call a foul on the floor.
That might be Pratt's second.
And you rest on the offensive end, not on the defensive end. And that's if you want to be patient.
Go on Shields, his first.
That's 3 against Laurel Highlands. The Rams have committed 2. 39 seconds left first quarter. The Rams lead at 16-11. Deep into Kunst. Corner to Regard with a ball fake. Leary's out top. He has it. Now back to Jimmy. 33 seconds. Again, Highlands has the arrow. They can have a double here. Regard. Now to Kunst. And he puts the ball under his arm. 19 seconds. Timmons. Timmons got to move to the basket. Got shut off. Now to Foster. To Regard. 10. Kunst looking for a screen from Regard and gets it. Kunst going to go all the way to the basket. It came up on him. Saved by Timmons in the corner. Leary got to hurry. Good if it goes. Yes! Yes, it is! Yes. It's a 3-pointer for Carter Leary.
Boy, he had no time left, Mike, and it was a great shot. Great pass by Timmons. Better shot by Leary. Highlands up 19-11 in a stunner.
That's the end of the first quarter, and Highlands will get the ball coming out of the break. Son of a gun. You know, when he let that go, it was, you could see from the angle we're at, it's like, that has a chance.
I thought Timmons had to shoot it myself, but he got it to Carter, and Carter delivers.
So the Rams lead it 19-11. I got a quick little story. Do you remember when we played, who was it, Amani Christian?
Yes.
Earlier in the season, and we had mentioned that last year when they were in the playoffs, the bus went to the wrong Union High School.
Yes.
It happened again.
You're kidding me.
It happened again on Tuesday night for a girls' game. Farrell at Union girls' game. Was supposed to be Farrell at Union of Newcastle.
Okay.
The officials went to Union Reimersburg.
Oh, God.
And the packet that they were given by the PIAA sent them to the wrong high school.
So what happened?
They figured out their mistake. They got in the car. They came to Union in Newcastle. They came in applauding the crowd. They got the crowd on their side, gave the players a chance to warm up again. They were about 40 minutes late, and they played the game.
How about that?
Twice in 2 years. They're going to the wrong union. They got to rename their school.
Exactly. And by the way, I mentioned the bottom of that top of the bracket, Penn Hills. They play East Stroudsburg South. Central Mountain plays Newcastle. Speaking of Newcastle, so again, those two teams are waiting down the road for the winners of these two games tonight.
So here's Kunst. Mike almost tipped away that time by Davis.
Highlands only had one turnover in the first quarter, and so did Laurel Highlands. So again, very clean first quarter.
Highlands by 8. Timmons backs a man in, but now they collapse on him. But Regard's open.
Yes.
It's nothing but nylon. The Rams have hit 4 from downtown, and they lead at 22-11.
Reminded me of the Penn Hills game, Mike, in a lot of ways.
Here's Davis. No, we've already scored more than we scored that second quarter. Here's Gallagher.
And you're right, Mike. When the push comes to shove, it's Rodney.
Turnaround jumper, and he cans it.
He's got 8 of the 13, Mike.
22-13, Highlands by 9. Leary. Got shut off down low by Davis. Kicked it back out to Timmons. Now to Foster.
Like I said last Monday, their 3 could have beat our 5, but it's not that case tonight so far. Push. Yep.
Kuntz got bumped. That's 14 fouls on Laurel Highlands. The Rams will pass it in. By the way, this won't be a shooting foul. Highlands was 8 for 10 from the foul line that game at Peters Township against these guys.
And by the way, all 5 starters in the scorebook tonight, unlike the other.
And they're the only 5 guys that have hit the court. They have not substituted yet, and this is the first time that's happened all year. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Highlands keeps it as Gallagher got the last touch of it. 6:48 to go, first half. Highlands by 9 against 26-0 Laurel Highlands. We had another undefeated team on the ropes earlier this year and let it slip away. Let's see if we can hold on to this one. Had a 19-point lead that day.
We had a 27-0 team get beat the other day by Penn Hills. Foster can pull the trigger on that one. You know that, Mike?
Leary goes all the way to the basket,
Yes.
lays it up and scores. The Rams have to be shooting 80%. Everything they're shooting's going in. That's 8 for Leary. Davis, or I'm sorry, DeShields goes all the way and blow up the baseline and scored. That's his first basket of the night. He had 14 the first time.
Highlands out and running a little bit. Pratt tried to draw loose.
Foster had it blocked and they call the foul. Crowd not happy.
Well, Pratt tried to take the Pratt fall, Mike, to draw the charge. He was a little late getting up, and they got him on the lower body, which I think is a good call.
I like that. A Pratt.
Watch it again.
A Pratt fall.
You like that?
I like that. Whoa. Foster at the line.
See if Brady can make him pay for that.
Missed the first.
Brady comes in shooting 58%.
Foster will get another. Off the back rim, no good. That's already as many as we missed the whole game at Peters Township. Here's
now they go to the attack.
Taji Hooper is in the game. Now they're going to go to DeShields for 3, no good. Rebound Highlands. They are, other than Chambers, the one he hit, they've missed about 5 from downtown.
And Mike, that was their MO, and we kind of on that last game, it didn't happen.
They made
They hit
6.
That's right.
Jordan Tavares in the Highlands lineup.
And again, they're isolating Foster in the post, Mike, with Pratt. Pratt's got those 2 fouls. I say go after him.
Cam Regard getting a rest. Tavares against Hooper. Now to Kunst. Kunst. Oh, what a move! He puts it in! Holy smokes!
A whirling dervish.
With the spinorama, and the Rams lead by 11 again. Now Davis left side.
And Mike, this is all new to Laurel Highlands. They haven't played down. That's another thing you have going for you.
Gallagher stops and pops. 2-pointer. He's got 10 of the 17. 26-17 Highlands. Now to Kunst out top. And the Rams have been very balanced here tonight.
You got to watch that over and back line. Timeout.
Corey Dodgen going to get a timeout. 4:56 left first half. Highlands 26, Laurel Highlands 17.
You know, Mike, when they won Laurel Highlands in 2020, when they won the 5A title game, they were only 7-5 in section that year. They were 17-9 overall, and check out their 4 playoff games. They won by a total of 11 points.
Yeah, and they were all close and all came down to the wire,
Yep.
and Gallagher had a lot to do with all of them.
I saw them beat Hampton by 6, and Hampton played a 2-3 zone, and Gallagher looked very ordinary against a 2-3 zone. But again, look at him in transition. He makes a difference. They won that game by 6. They beat Penn Hills by 2. Penn Hills taken a couple playoff losses by 2 the last couple years. Thomas Jefferson by only 2. And then they won it against Mars by 1 when Rodney Gallagher made a pair of free throws with no time left. Does that sound familiar?
It kind of does. It kind of what happened against Newcastle the other night.
And that was in double overtime that night.
Chris Harlan here from the Trib. Brad Everett from the Post-Gazette, so we're well covered tonight.
Let's give him something to write about, Mike, an upset, huh?
Here's Leary. Dump down to Foster. In against Pratt, put it up and in.
Pratt with the 2 fouls, Mike, couldn't go up with them.
Every Highlands starter has at least 4, and they lead at 28-17.
And I think Coach Doc called for that coming out, Mike.
Yeah.
And he got it.
The Rams have used 2 timeouts. We need to keep that in mind.
Davis pushed off that time, didn't get called.
Davis going to step back, and it's a dipper, but DeShields got in there to get the rebound. Now Gallagher, long three-pointer. It's down, he rattles home.
Like, that's the only thing. We got to do a better job on the defensive glass.
Gallagher with 13. It's an 8-point game, but Foster's free again. He missed a shot. Rebound Davis.
And they want to run. Here comes Gallagher.
1-on-3 against Leary. It's a block on Carter.
Doggone it.
Team foul number 3 against Highlands.
I want to see that one, Mike. I thought he had position.
Now they're going to do immediate timeout.
Did you think he had position there, Mike?
So far away, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. By the way, our camera is positioned in the middle, but we're
down the corner.
Stuck in a corner.
I could have looked to my right. I could have looked to my right and looked.
There's the balcony. This is what's behind us, Mike.
Yeah.
And again, we're stuck on the right side of it.
Yeah, we're all the way down here. I was stuck. I'm okay. It's just.
By the way, Mike, the 12 championship games they had down at the Peak, record attendance 24,719.
I got a feeling the people across the court from us right now had a lot to do with that. You know how many people were there for that Newcastle Laurel Highlands game? Those are 2 traditional, bring a lot of people crowds.
Now, what's crazy about that, Mike, the WPL Finals outdraws the PIA Finals. Their best year ever was in 2008 when they had a total of 26,061. So again, it's interesting that they.
That's because it's a long trip to Hershey.
It is a long trip.
It doesn't matter who gets there unless Hershey gets there.
Now, Mike, just to put things in perspective, the first game ever at the Civic Arena, the old Civic Arena, Norwin played Aliquippa, and it sold out for 1 game. 10,718. When I gave you that 27,000 total, that 24,000 total.
That's
that
every game,
12
right?
games, correct.
So Rodney Gallagher is going to shoot a pair here at 3:58 left first half. He missed the first, he'll get another.
He's human.
He's 2 for 3 now. He's the leading scorer in the game with 13, but he's got 13 of their 20. He needs some help. 14 of the 21. It's 28-21. Highlands by 7.
The football score, Mike.
Rams by a touchdown.
Signorella in the lineup
I believe both quarterbacks are out there. Is Rodney the quarterback? He is. And Chandler. Quince for 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound Signorella. Puts it up and scores and draws the foul.
Sig did a great job with his body that time, Mike. Now here's the question. Who's it on? It's on Pratt, Mike. That's his third. That's you.
Wow, off the bench.
Put him on the bench.
They're going to bring Joe Chambers back in the lineup. And now Landon Signorella with that newfound confidence at the foul line has a chance to nail the 3-point play. Highlands leads by 9.
He will line up to the left.
Signorella
Big
banks
shot.
it home. Late night banking hours in Irwin.
The lefty.
31-21, Rams by 10. Davis now kicked it out to Gallagher. Used the screen from Chambers and lets a three go. In and out, but he's fouled. He'll shoot three. Signorella gets him, and Gallagher will shoot three. Did the Mitch Desort kick out.
Oh,
They
boy.
passed a rule against that in college. But you see him get away with it at the high school level, and Gallagher's savvy.
Savvy's a nice term.
Oh,
for
they're
him.
saying two?
Two.
Okay. That's fine. He missed the first. Even better.
Got to get this rebound. 3:29 to go. Highlands ahead by 10 in a stunner from Norway.
Yeah, he's shooting three, all right. I thought so. He was behind the arc.
When nobody moved.
31-22.
Regard back in the lineup for Tavares.
Rodney Gallagher's got 15 of the 22 Laurel Highlands points. And he has another. He's got 16. It's 31-23. Again, he's doing his part.
There's no doubt about it. But the Golden Rams have spread
The Rams are getting to the basket tonight, and that's been a big difference. I mean, and getting to the basket with ease almost. Loop it into Foster in the post.
Chambers, you got to take advantage
And
of
here
that.
comes Leary, goes to the basket, kicks it out. Signorella has it. Now back to Kunst.
Foster should take him right there, Mike.
Ball fake by Regard. Clock winds to 3 minutes first half. Highlands by 8. Here's Foster.
Right there, Mike. Do your big guy moves.
Foster and a foul. They're going to call the push.
They got a shove on Nico Johns. His first. Team 6.
Chandler Timmons back in. Landon Signorella sits down. Starting 5 back in for Highlands. Starting 5 in for both teams.
Brad picking up that third foul, Mike, was huge.
At his team foul number 7, so that sends Braden Foster to the foul line.
Great, they were a little late getting that one up.
0 for 2 tonight. Came in shooting 59%. That one's perfect. He'll get another.
He has 5. Lead back up to 9.
4 of the 5 starters have at least 5 points.
And that's what we talked about, Mike, getting more people to score. So far, the Golden Rams have done it.
Foster makes them both. One team is having balance tonight, the other team is not, and that's the difference in the ball game.
And that's what
Highlands
happened
by
last
10.
time. Yep.
Here's Gallagher. Right side, tries to take Leary to the basket, but Carter shut him off.
Yep.
Rams fans wanted a foul, and now driving in there is Davis. He got treated rudely. Ball is batted away, and the Rams have it.
Pull it back out.
Leary left side, corner to Regard.
Regard's begging for that one, Mike.
Regard again out top. Got Chambers on him. Got around Chambers. Foster's open. 3 ball.
Yes!
Nothing but nylon. Rams have their biggest lead, 13, and Rick Hogger needs a timeout.
Told you Brady could hit that shot, Mike. Golden Rams are clicking on all cylinders here tonight.
36-23. Rams by 13 over the 26-0 Mustangs of Laurel Highlands.
And Mike, one thing, as we get more involved in the game, the longer we can keep this lead, that is something that Laurel Highlands hasn't had to play from behind. I don't follow them that closely. If you look at 26-0 and you say 25-0, how many times have they been behind?
If they even had a close game, right?
And again, the Golden Rams will come out in all cylinders.
2:15 remaining in the first half. The Rams lead it by 13 points. And you see the Rams huddled down to our left. Corey Dotchin there.
And again, Mike, one thing I mentioned too, also taking this crowd out early was important too.
Yeah, the loudest they've been was on the foul call they called against Foster.
Right. And Mike, you mentioned Laurel Highlands #1 in a WPL. They're #1 in the state in 5A too. So believe me, everybody around the state's looking at this score right now.
I got one undefeated team that's still undefeated. Quaker Valley beat Val Vernon tonight, 86-75.
That's a high-scoring game there. All right, Laurel Highlands brings in. Guess who has the ball? Mr. Gallagher.
Here's DeShields left side. He hasn't done much. He's got one basket. Steps back, and there he drains one. That's a 2. And it's 36-25. Both of his baskets here in the second quarter.
2 minutes to go. High is ahead by 11.
Kunst gonna loop it over to Regard. Now Timmons.
Right now, Mike Foster in the post.
Timmons with a spin move. Tried to get around DeShields. Off the back iron. DeShields had good defense that time, and I thought Chandler was going to get it to go.
They want to run. There they go.
Here's Davis all the way to the basket, and he scores.
That's his first, Mike.
36-27. That's 4 straight for the Mustangs.
I'd still like to see him isolate Foster down there with Nico Johns, Mike.
Timmons out top, now to Regard.
Johns 6'2".
Offensive foul, is it? No, it's going to be on Laurel Highlands. Let's see. They're going to get Gallagher? Nope.
Davis, his second.
Brandon Davis. That sends Carter Leary to the line. Highlands' best foul shooter on the year at 75%.
But Mike, you have Nico Johns 6'2", and you have Braden Foster 6'8". Let's take advantage of that. 9 already for Carter Leary. Joins Foster with 9.
37-27, Highlands by 10. 1:14 left of the first half. Leary will get another. He drains it. He's in double figures with 10. The Rams are 5 for 7 from the foul line, and they lead at 38-27. Davis drives all the way in. Timmons blocked it. What's the call? Late call, yeah. They're going to get Chandler.
I don't know if it's going to be the body after or during. That is Chandler's second.
Team foul number 5 against the Rams, but it was a shooting foul, so Brandon Davis will shoot a couple. He had 21 points the first time these two teams met down at Peters. Davis has the first, he'll get another. He was the leading scorer. He had 21, Gallagher had 19, DeShields had 14.
He's a good foul shooter, Mike.
38-29, Rams by 9. As the clock winds to 1 minute first half here at the Castle in Norway.
Possession arrow is for Laurel Highlands.
Timmons gets help from Kunst with Gallagher plastered to him.
And Mike, we're making them work on defense.
Timmons now, 40 seconds. Out to Regard. They had Regard trapped almost, but he got out of that. Little Houdini move there by 24. Timmons, front of the scorer's table. Full house down there, too. Timmons back to man in, goes all the way to the basket. Oh, he scored! What a move that was! Going backwards.
Rewind that one again, Mike. He had his back entirely to the basket and threw it in. Highlands ahead by 11 again. 15 seconds to go.
Gallagher.
Everything going Highlands' way so far.
The Rams have scored 40 in the first half against this team that gives up
46 a
game. Now they throw a ghost pass to the corner, and they're going to get a
only 16 fouls.
Academy award-winning performance down there by Brandon Davis.
But that's only a 16 foul, Mike, so that's not a shooting foul.
Yeah, 1.9 seconds to go. Now I'd get Jimmy Kunst on the bench. First thing I'd do.
Regard gets his first.
Signorella comes in for Foster. And Khalil comes in. Kunst is still out there. Long and Signorella in there.
So important, Mike, we don't give him anything here.
I wanted to get Chandler out of there with his 2 fouls for sure.
Remember the first game, they hit a big one right before the half?
Yeah, they did.
Try to change everything up here.
Yeah, they finished the first half in the first game with 26-12
Here comes DeShields over the top. I can see it coming.
Chambers is wide open. He's going to let it go. It's good.
At the buzzer, Mike.
Beautiful play they had set up there out of the timeout. So that's the end of the first half here at the Castle in Norwin. Upset in the making in front of a full house. The score: the Highlands Golden Rams 40, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 32. We'll be back with stats and more right after this. Getting ready for the second half here at Norwin High School at the Castle. The Rams lead at 40-32 at halftime. Dean, you got some stats for us?
Yeah, Mike, it went from electricity at the beginning of the game. Now it's like a murmur throughout the crowd. Laurel Highlands, not only the team, but I think their fans are back on their heels. They've never been in this position before at halftime. I talked to a couple people, and they said they've never trailed at the half. So, again, for the Gold Rams, has been balanced scoring, Mike, and that's been the key. They did not get that the first time they played. Carter Leary leads with 10. Braden Foster has 9. Jimmy Quince has 6. Chandler Timmons has 6. Cameron Rigard has 6. You can't get more balanced than that. And let's not forget Landis Signorella down there with 3. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, which happened to us the first time, has happened to them. Rodney Gallagher has 16, and that's about it. Joe Chambers hit that big 3 at the buzzer. He has 6. Pratt has 2. He's on the bench with 3 fouls. Brandon Davis has 4, and Keandre DeShields also with 4.
Rams trying to win their 20th game tonight. That doesn't happen very often. Game 27 for Highlands tonight. And they played a great first half. They shut the lights out. They either turned it over once or didn't, just depending on who you ask.
Right.
So, I mean.
And same through Laurel Highlands. It's been a very clean game, very well played game on both ends. I don't think Highlands is going to retreat mode here, Mike, and try to guard that lead. They have to come out and play. Steve
Meaner was reminding me last time we were here, we beat Uniontown in 2019, 69-61. It was kind of similar. Came out in the first half and shut the lights out. Uniontown made a little run to start the third quarter. The Rams stared it down and ended up holding on and winning by 8. The common thread is Billy DeShields. Keandre DeShields' brother was playing for Uniontown that day, and Keandre DeShields was in 8th grade at the time.
He was in the stands for that one. He's on the court now, and here we go. Second half action starting. Highlands ahead 40-32. And like we said, this team only gives up 46 a game.
Here's DeShields. Oh, dump down, beautiful to Chambers. They get 5 quick ones. They got the twofer.
And now it's 40-34. Highlands goes to work on the offensive end.
Timmons to Rigard. Wide open is Timmons as they fell asleep. And Chandler's got 8.
Actually, they slipped, Mike. Man on him slipped. An easy layup for Chandler Timmons. Gallagher goes to work.
He does. Put it up. Oh, it has a lid on it. Rebound Leary.
I think that might be the first shot he missed in the field all day.
It might be.
Rigard thought about it, pulled it out.
Here's Timmons now. Rams by 8. Rigard. Now they loop it down in. It's stolen by Davis.
There's the turnover.
Knocked Foster down. Davis going to take it all the way home.
And
He got bailed out. His pass was going to be out of bounds trying to get to Gallagher. It landed on the baseline, but the Rams commit the foul beforehand, so it'll be a key in at 6:39, and Rams lead by 8.
Rigard gets his second.
24, Cameron Rigard, his second.
Stolen by Rigard.
Threw it into a triple team, and then Rigard got fouled in the backcourt.
So both teams come out committing a turnover.
And Gallagher staring daggers at the Laurel Highlands bench.
And again, Mike, they've never been in a situation before, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
And Rick Hoggers turned that color of pink that Tom Myers used to turn.
You don't want to take his blood pressure then.
No.
Nico Jones gets his second.
Here is Leary back out to Kuntz. Kuntz drives down the lane with a runner. Up around, no good. Rebound, Foster had it, tipped it, but it came to Davis.
They want to run, Mike. Here's their chance.
Gallagher all the way to the basket. Shot, score, foul. Gallagher's got 18, and it's 42-36 all of a sudden. And here's that run you expected, and Corey Dodgen has got to be careful here.
They keep sliding underneath, Mike, and they're in position to take the charge. It's like Gallagher is not allowed to have a foul call on. Somewhere, there's the Rodney Gallagher rules.
Missed the shot, and they're going to call a lane violation on Laurel Highlands. I think they're going to say Rodney jumped over himself. That's exactly what they're saying, Dean.
His third miss of the
night.
Oh,
he gets another one. It was on Highlands. I'm sorry.
Oh, gosh. Brad Everett wrote a great piece in a Post-Exec called The Rodney Gallagher Effect, Mike. And now I think we see the Rodney Gallagher rules here.
That was the old ABA call right there. He had 3 to make 2. That was 2 to make 1. He's got 19. 5-point game now. It's as close as they've been in a while.
Here's where you got to take advantage, Mike.
Dump it into Timmons. He's got double figures with 10. He had a lot of great shots the other night. He just couldn't get them to go down. They're going down tonight. 7-point Highlands lead. Chambers from the corner for 3. Grazer right back to Davis, and he scores. Again, the Rams not boxing out.
We got to do a better job with the defensive glass, Mike. We haven't done it.
44-39. Here's Foster.
I think if Braden puts the ball on the floor, Mike, you can take that kid. Look at that. Look at bouncing to the hoop.
Foster to Leary, right corner. Leary drives in, goes in with a runner, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Nico Johns, fouled in the backcourt. Leary picks up the foul, his third.
Jordan Tavares going to check in the lineup for him, so we have 2 guys down with 3 fouls now. Leary for Highlands, Pratt for Laurel Highlands, and a 5-point game.
Off the screen, Gallagher for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Nico Johns missed it, and there's Timmons. Out to Foster, one-on-one against Johns. Spin move in the lane, up, missed it. Davis the rebound. They want to run, 3-on-1. Gallagher, great pass to Chambers. Shot, score, foul.
You knew they'd have this spurt in them, Mike. Now the question is, can Highlands come back on their own? Still ahead by 3. Let's not lose track of that fact that Highlands still has the lead. That foul's on Jimmy Quince, his first.
Rams led by as many as 13. That lead has been shaved to 3. 5:02 third quarter.
Come out quickly and shave it, Mike. Chambers has 11.
And it's a 2-point game. And listen to the crowd. Hostile environment for this young group of Golden Rams. Timmons, it's kicked by Gallagher. Oh my goodness, they didn't call a kickball there. Lead feet ahead to Chambers. Got a man in the air and got in trouble. Now to Shields. Up around, no good. Rebound, Foster had it fought away by DeShields. DeShields ties it. Timeout Highlands. At 4:31, Laurel Highlands has fought all the way back to tie the game at 44.
This place is rocking, Mike. Now we're going to find out what Highlands has.
A 12-2 run. Tyler Stachinski with a few words for the official out there now also.
And Mike, you knew they had this coming, and now unfortunately with the score tied, they've been here before.
Right.
That's for sure.
And again, when you haven't lost, you don't know what that's like either.
Yeah.
And there's winning breeds winning. Bobby Knight always used to say it. He said, aren't there lessons you could teach from a loss? He said, I'd rather teach them after a win.
That's exactly right.
And
no doubt about it.
I always agreed with that.
So Corey Dodgen over there talking to the team and trying to basically get them to calm down. But that Brad Everett article, Mike, talks about Rodney Gallagher coming and staying at Laurel Highlands because he had a chance to go to prep school this year. And Keandre DeShields and Brandon Davis transferred from Uniontown into Laurel Highlands, and they make no bones about it. They did it for one reason, Rodney Gallagher.
That's right. Team, remember that 3 they made at the end of the first half?
I didn't
the
like
Chambers
it, Mike.
3, and got a wide open, and their crowd is nuts right now.
Well, Highlands will inbound here, Mike, with the score tied.
You cannot get this kind of experience without playing through. It is invaluable. If they could stare this down somehow.
Foul.
And there is Foster fouled as he goes in.
Mike, I don't think I've ever said this before. Rodney Gallagher got a foul.
That's his first. We haven't had a chance to say it tonight, I know that.
I don't think we said it the first time either.
Maybe not. I could check, but my bag's way over there. Timmons, thought he was going to step into one. 12-4 Laurel Highlands here in this quarter. Regard. Foster's open. 3 ball.
Yes.
Nothing but nylon. The Rams continue to be red hot from downtown.
Foster with the answer.
12 for the sophomore, and the Rams lead by 3, and it's answered right back.
Gallagher right back at him.
Didn't have to, by the time I looked up, the ball was already in the basket.
What do we got?
A foul on Jordan Tavares.
Away from the ball. And now, Joe Chambers is talking to Tavares.
It's not on Tavares, it's on Chambers, I
Oh.
think. They're going the other way.
No, Mike, they're calling on Tavares because
Oh, I'm sorry, on the offensive end. My bad, you're correct. We're going to have a media timeout. 3:25 left of the third quarter. And right now, it's Laurel Highlands 47 and Highlands 47. Everything's going against the Rams right now, and Corey Dodson just got warned. Just got warned.
no, he hasn't been happy, Mike. I tell you what, we've had some great games with Laurel Highlands over the years. I remember 3 of those playoff games. The first one, 2007, a kid named Caleb Ramsey. Remember him, Mike? Scored 43 points against us. They were the number 15 seed. We were number 2. When they beat us, we found out they were 11-11, 11-0 with Caleb, 0-11 with Otto because he was injured that year. By the way, I met his cousin Andre Ramsey on Facebook, and we've been going back and forth, and good-naturedly got to meet him here tonight. Seems
nice
like a
guy.
great guy.
Really
he
much.
was their quarterback
How about that?
back in 2003. So
Yeah, that game, Highlands led 60-50. This is at North Allegheny. Highlands a 2 seed, Laurel Highlands a 15, like you said. Highlands led 60-50 with 1:27 left in the third quarter, and we're out and gave up 35 points in the last 9.5 minutes. Laurel Highlands won at 85-76. Jeff Sinclair had a Sinclair. He scored 14 points in the first quarter, 29 for the game, but the Rams couldn't hold on.
he was on fire. But we got a revenge, Mike. In 2010, Micah Mesa scored 30 points out of Gateway.
Great double overtime game.
Yep. Had a 20-point lead in that one, too, Mike. So, again, we've frittered some leads away against this team. We're going to have to put one away here tonight. Tied at 47.
Laurel Highlands is not led tonight. This could be the first time. I bet number 2 is going to shoot the ball. What do you think?
Now he gives it up here. Let's see if he gets it back.
Here's Chambers.
They're looking for him.
Chambers has done well tonight. He's been a good player for them. Gallagher off the move, off the rim. Foster the rebound. That quiets him.
Yeah, Mike, this place a little come off if they get the lead.
Now, you said this. We've been doing this together for almost a quarter of a century. You said that is a big thing. Getting the lead means so much. Highlands will keep this. It's great hustle that time by Brandon Davis as he dives on the sideline over there. But it does mean a lot. I mean, the emotional charge that you get from not coming back to tie, but coming back to be ahead, and it changes the complete dynamics of the game.
Yep, and Carter Lear, our senior, on the bench with 3 fouls, Mike.
Now Tavares and Chambers, who went at it earlier, are going at it again.
We got a problem with the clock over here.
Official coming over to the table. You can see him down at the bottom of your picture. We told you, pressure row is full tonight.
Yep.
So just like the gym.
Yep. Highlands already committed 5 team fouls. Laurel Highlands only 2 this half.
So they're discussing it down there. I don't know what it should be.
It's a timing issue, Mike. They changed the time on the clock to 2:29. Now they're going to have a major discussion over it. And Mike,
are they checking a replay, Dan? I don't think so.
I just wonder though, who gets the advantage here with this game being halted?
Oh, this is helping Highlands right now. Trust me. There's no doubt about that.
Let's take it that way.
It's a timeout that they didn't need to call. Now the officials are each talking to each coach.
23.5, now 2 minutes 35. They're having to see what happened there with
There's
the clock.
about 6 seconds there.
Yeah, they added.
It might have ticked off while after the ball went out of bounds. That's it's hard to hear the whistle. It's so loud in
We're
here.
allowed to go on the backcourt, which we did.
That's probably what happened. So here's Jimmy Kuntz now. Jimmy's not scored in this second half, but the Rams only have 7 points. Looping, oh goodness gracious, Regard got it though, runner, yes. Well, the one thing,
Overplay, they make them pay, Mike.
the Rams are shooting an ungodly percentage tonight. They lead at 49-47.
He's got 8.
DeShields, a pair of number 1s. Stops, pops, ties it. They go back and forth, we're tied at 49.
Changing blows like 2 heavyweights, Mike.
The Thrill in Westmoreland County. Timmons between circles. This is Regard right wing. Less than 2 minutes left, third quarter. Highlands 49, Laurel Highlands 49. Jimmy Kuntz now.
Try to run that crossing action.
Foster. Now back to Timmons. And this is when they were really good in the first half. Taking time off the clock and getting good quality shots and making them. Timmons, spin move, blocked by
Kuntz there.
Chambers.
Yes.
Kuntz puts it in.
Now we got a timeout.
Timeout by Highlands at 1:20. This has been Corey Dodgen's plan tonight, calling a timeout with about a minute left in each quarter so far.
And again, Mike, they've only gone 7 deep so far, and those subs, Signorella hasn't got very many minutes, and Khalil Long just played briefly in the first half.
He came in for like the last how many ever seconds at the end there when Chambers hit that 3 at the very end of the first half. They're trying to save fouls because Timmons had 2. They didn't want him to get another one, so they made sure he sat down. So 1:20 left, third quarter, Highlands by 2 again.
And Jaden Pratt, Mike, has sat the whole third quarter here with those 3 fouls. He re-enters the ball game. That's going to be a plus for them too. He's their energy guy. So Highlands, yep, big opportunity here if they can score before the quarter's out. Possession favors Highlands too.
Well, you can't say enough about Joe Chambers. The 18 points he had the first state game, and now he's back here tonight with 12. And he's at least trying to help Rodney.
And they've been allowing him to shoot, Mike. He's over here in the corner wide open.
Here's the Shields, spin move, oh, wide open Davis. Ties it again. Our 4th tie, they've tied each of the last 4 trips.
Better penetration this half, Mike, for Laurel Highlands. Highlands got to stop that.
Here's Timmons. Now to Regard. Kuntz between circles. Timmons right side.
I think it's a mental boost, Mike, if Highlands gets the lead going into the fourth.
Well, they get the 2 for, remember, Laurel Highlands scored 5. They get the 3 at the end of the half and the 2 to come out.
Yep.
Those are 5 big points without Highlands touching the ball.
Sure
Highlands
are.
could do the same thing. Here's Regard at 21 seconds.
There's that gap off the wing, Mike. I wish we could take advantage of it more.
Take it, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're starting,
And
14 seconds.
Foster has a 6-foot guy on him. Why aren't we taking advantage of that? Get it into the post.
Kuntz winds it over to Timmons. Timmons goes in, puts it up and missed it. Rebound Foster, no. Rebound Timmons scores.
Chandler Timmons with a dozen.
1
Highlands with
second.
the lead.
Chambers lets it go off the rim. And that's the end of the third quarter with a score. Highlands 53, Laurel Highlands 51.
Mike, it's really feeling like that Penn Hills game, isn't it?
It's very different from that game. I don't know what this feels like.
Well, Highlands had the early lead against Penn Hills, frittered it away, and then held on for that 2-point lead, and they were leading at the end of the first quarter, won the game. That was my prediction here tonight.
That's what we're going with that. That 19-11 first quarter is looking awful good right now. Laurel Highlands outscored Highlands 19-13 in the third quarter. They tied it 4 times, but they never got over the hump, like you said. And now Highlands gets the ball coming out here to start the fourth quarter.
How about a little trivia, Mike?
Let's do it.
Okay. How many boys teams have won a WPL championship and were unbeaten?
Didn't you just ask me that?
No.
Okay.
The one I asked last week was how many boy-girl combinations were there?
Okay.
Undefeated WPL champions.
42.
Not quite 25.
Ah, okay.
And by the way, ironically, Laurel Highlands did it at 25-0. They're our last one.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Highlands gets the ball here with a 2-point lead. Grab onto something at home. Don't forget this replay if you're watching on YouTube. You can see it on Comcast Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Ooh, they're going to call.
Double dribble on
Regard.
Regard.
Late call.
Turnover Highlands. That was the right call.
Right call, but late call. That call was made by 1,500 Laurel Highlands fans. And one referee. That's the one that counted.
Here's Gallagher bringing it up now in a 2-point Highlands lead. Again, we mentioned this, Laurel Highlands hasn't gotten over the hump. We're tied at 44, 47, 49, and 51.
Guess who's out there? Pratt, Mike.
DeShields has done it many times and does it again. Last 3 baskets by him have tied the game.
Jaden Pratt back in the game.
Tied at 53. Here's Regard. Tavares right side. Tavares used his arm. There's some grumbling about that one. Here's Timmons.
And don't forget Leary on the bench with 3 fouls, Mike. I wonder how long they're keeping him there.
Oh, and Timmons had trouble, and it's going to be a turnover. Carried it on his hip. Came up on him.
Well, you can make the case for a foul there, Mike, but they didn't get it.
The answer of your Carter Leary question, he's back.
7 minutes to go here. Score tied at 53 once again. Laurel Highlands trying to take the lead.
Again, the winner plays the winner of Hershey and Gateway. Gallagher all the way through.
Work.
Dumped it down to Hooper. It's blocked.
Hey, there's a foul there.
Got a foul on Hooper on frustration on the rebound. Well, Taji Hooper didn't score the first game against Highlands, and he has no points tonight. And that's who they got the ball to there for their chance to take the lead. And he fumbled it down there and then fouled in frustration. He's got 2 fouls.
And he slammed that ball on the ground, Mike, so you got to watch his temper there. It could be a technical.
Here's Regard. Now, 2 things you got to watch for now are nerves and fatigue, because this has been a tough game.
Well, they haven't been here either, Mike.
I meant both sides.
Yep.
I wasn't making a statement about either one.
Well, we've been in some tough games. Quaker Valley on tour, they haven't.
Not with these stakes. Kunst! Oh, it had a lid on it. Boy, that took a peek.
It sure did.
And DeShields has it. DeShields going to go all the way home. Missed it. Tip, no good.
Pratt rebound.
Pratt's foul. Now, they had 2 chances there. And again, they are killing Highlands off the offensive glass.
3, Mike. Chandler Timmons gets his 3rd foul.
They can get after it on the offensive boards. And now Pratt will go to the line. He's only got 2 points tonight. He has a chance to give them their first lead. 6:06 to go, regulation time. He missed it. Can't get over that. Rodney gives him a pep talk. They can't get over the hump.
So far, so good.
Second one by Pratt. He missed them both. Rebound Foster. Steal. Davis. It's a foul.
They're calling these fouls so late, Mike.
Foul is on Jimmy Kunst. And that'll send Davis to the line. And that's a guy you don't want there.
Yeah. And again, Mike, got sloppy with the basketball. They will take advantage of it.
Davis
And he missed it. 3 chances to take the lead. Six minutes left, 4th quarter. We're tied at 53. Brandon Davis, the 6'1" junior, gives Laurel Highlands their first lead of the night.
He's got 9.
54-53. Now comes to Timmons. Got shut off by DeShields. Leary off the move. A 3 ball's off the rim. Rebound, Jaden Pratt. Now for the first time, Laurel Highlands with the ball and the lead. 5:35 to go.
First time all evening. Gallagher looking to attack, Mike. We've seen this before.
And he drains it. It's a 2.
That's what he does.
24 points for the 6-foot junior. Laurel Highlands by 3. Steal. Davis. Gallagher puts it in.
And like you said, Mike, when they need it, they find them.
58-53.
Highlands needs a timeout here, Mike.
5:04 to go. The question is, how many do they have left? They've been using a lot of them.
7 turnovers all in this half, Mike.
7-0 Laurel Highlands here in the fourth quarter. Timmons, hand off to Lear. Ooh, looked like he had a chance at it. Got Pratt in the air, but great play by Hooper to get a piece of that. They had a backdoor to Timmons. He was wide open, and Hooper saved it. Made a diving stop and knocked it out of bounds. Five-point lead for the Mustangs. The Rangs have to score on this possession. Foster. Then they steal it. DeShields took it right off him.
Eight turnovers now, Mike. And now they're going to hold the ball.
And many of them here in this quarter, Dean. The Rams they're not even getting any shots, let alone any points. They haven't scored. That reminds me of Penn Hills. Ooh, here's Davis.
Close that midcourt line.
It's too early to put in the freezer, don't you think? Steal by Regard almost. It is. It went off to Davis out of bounds. I don't know about that strategy.
That is only their third turnover.
They got back in the game by playing. Kunst out top. Laurel Highlands on a 35-17 run. Leary, three ball, yes, out of the corner. Carter Leary says not quite yet, he's got 13.
Make them pay when they overplay, Mike.
7 3-pointers for Highlands. That's what's keeping them in the game. They're down 2 with 3:40 to go.
Gallagher has the ball in his hands.
Hagerstell and
yeah, I agree
Davis
with you, Mike. I think it's too early for the freezer.
Put it in the freezer, and it's always good if you score off of it, but they turned it over the last time. Gallagher stops, pops, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Cam Regard. Rams with the ball down 2. Regard got around Hooper. All the way to the basket, put it up, it's blocked. Hooper got the rebound. I'll give Hooper credit. Regard walked around him to get to the basket, but he was there for the rebound.
Fourth turnover. Highlands had a chance to tie it there.
Timeout, Rick Hogger. He wants a 30. 2:55 to go. Laurel Highlands 58, Highlands 56 in a classic here at the Castle in Norwin.
It's been something, Mike. And again, we've had some great games here. And last one was 2017. They won behind a kid named Bryce Lasky, Mike. He went on to St. Francis, and if you remember, he came back to Ton with St. Francis, and they upset Pitt that year.
Yes, he did. That was, he had 2 free throws. They scored 14 points. That game was here.
Yes.
Scored 14 points in the fourth quarter of that game, and Lasky had all 14 of them.
I don't remember a crowd like this, though, do you?
No. Braden Timmons had 11 for Highlands that night. Johnny Kreis, who was a freshman, had 10, including a Here's Johnny.
All right, the Gold Rams had their chance to tie it, Mike, and unfortunately couldn't convert. So now puts it on our defense. Team fouls. Highlands already has 7. Laurel Highlands only has 3, Mike. And the ball in the hands of Rodney Gallagher. Surprise, surprise.
Less than 3 to go. DeShields tipped out of bounds. I think it's Highlands' ball.
He needs help.
Oh, goodness.
Boy.
I guess Jimmy's not arguing, so he must have got it. I think Jimmy got it. Timeout. They're going to do a media timeout now with 2:47 left of the third, and or the fourth, and Highlands trailing by a couple. Came into this quarter leading by 2.
And Mike, there is something in effect now with the state called the competitive balance formula, and these teams could possibly have to move up if they get to certain spots in the states. Bishop Canevin, if they make the finals, they'll be moved up. Our buddies at Olsh, if they make the quarterfinals, they're moving up. Elwood City, if they make the title game, go up. Lincoln Park, if they get to the semifinals. And Newcastle, if they make the championship game, will all be going up a level based on transfers and how far they get in the state playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan.
So,
Not a fan at all. your numbers are what your numbers are, and that's where you should be playing.
Yeah, but Mike, we know there's a lot of transfers, and you can't stop them in most cases, so that's just a way of trying to slow it down. And again, if they're going to play it, that way, play at that level.
Well, then if you don't like the transfers, don't let them transfer.
Yep. So we can agree on that, but we can agree to disagree on how they're doing.
I don't like it. I don't like that they make Aliquippa that's a single A school play. What is it, 5A in football? It's insane.
All right, let's go to work on defense. Now the Golden Rams trailing by 2:47 to go in the fourth quarter, have led most of the way.
Rams have one basket in this fourth quarter, a three-pointer by Carter Leary.
Watch Gallagher, Mike.
He's going to go right,
Yeah, he'll go right back and get it. They got to watch him. Yep. We could try to squeeze him a little bit.
2:40 left. Gallagher off a screen.
Got to get the ball out of his hands, Mike.
To Shields down low against Timmons. He bodies him up. He walked back out to go where he was open but didn't take it. He shakes his head.
Everybody thought he was going to do it, Mike. Pull the trigger. You talk about shooting 80%. He's done that here tonight.
Now he gets around two Rams, goes all the way to the basket, up off the glass. What a move by Rodney Gallagher, and it's 60-56.
He's got 28.
2 minutes to go. Here's Regard. Ball's tipped out of bounds by Chambers. Highlands keeps it at 1:59. Again, no more mulligans. The loser tonight is done.
Yep.
The winner goes on to play either Gateway or Hershey on Tuesday night. We haven't been able to get a score of that one. At Bald Eagle Area High School.
I don't know if they have internet there, Mike.
It's in beautiful downtown Bellefonte. You've been to Bellefonte, haven't you?
I have.
I have too. Bellefonte is like you're on your way to Williamsport if you're going that far, right?
That's where I used to have the school up in Williamsport.
I've never been to Williamsport. I would love to go see Little League there at some point. We had a team that nearly was on the way, but we got knocked out. Courtney is going to start the bus. Let's hope it's for good reasons.
Yes. And
let's hope Courtney doesn't have to park the bus.
Yes. Hey, congratulations might go to Joe Salvino, the Bell Vernon coach.
Yeah, they went down tonight. But he got the win anyway.
Yeah. Unlike Joe Lafko with $4.99, you'll have to wait till next year. Well, Mike, you asked how much Highlands has in the tank. We're about to find out here.
Yeah, this is a definite have-to-score situation.
Although, Mike, they have missed a few foul shots tonight, Laurel Highlands.
Oh, they have.
Yep.
They missed 4 in a row when they were trying to take the lead at that one portion of the game. I do have a final on a Penn Hills game. Penn Hills beat East Stroudsburg South 55-44. So Penn Hills is rolling here in these state playoffs, a team that Highlands beat to get here.
Yep. They beat him in the quarterfinals. By the way, Mike, Pratt never got that fourth foul.
You heard the crowd. Roger Heasley must think he's at Penn State. Here's Kunst. 1:50 to go.
Gallagher on him.
Regard against Hooper. Got shut down by Hooper. It looked like he walked there and got away with it. Here's Leary.
I still think we should have taken advantage of Foster in the post.
Leary all the way to the basket. Oh, what a block by the Shields. He can get up there. He had a dunk at Peters Township. Nobody thought he was going to dunk when he started toward the basket. He can get up there.
But he had missed one earlier.
Jimmy needs help. They go in deep. Hooper almost stole it, but Regard has it. Now it's lost, and Foster got it back. Now to Kunst. Timmons down low.
Need one here.
Spin move. Timmons off the glass. Missed it. Rebound to Shields.
You got a foul, Mike.
Rams have committed 7, so Laurel Highlands would be in the 1-and-1. I'd start now.
Yep.
Timeout, Rick Hogger. 1:12 to go. Laurel Highlands 60, Highlands 56.
And Mike, Highlands had 40 at halftime. They've only scored 16 points here in the second half. And again,
Highlands led 36-23 late in the second quarter. Laurel Highlands has outscored them 37-20 since. And that started with a Gallagher 3, and that got them from 13 down to 10. And that's what started it back.
And as you mentioned, Mike, that one before the half by Chambers, that hurt.
That's a killer.
Yep.
Well, the 5 points. The 3 that he made, and then the 2 coming back out, that's 5 right there, and it's a 4-point game.
Yep.
That's why we talk about that arrow all the time. It's so important who's got possession at the end of quarters like that. And that's why in the NFL now, teams defer. You try to score at the end of the first half and get the kickoff.
I'm going to recommend we hold our positions here.
For a little while, huh?
Yes.
There's going to be a
mass
exodus. Well, here's the good news. It's only 8:15. And tomorrow's Saturday.
Should we try to get out of this corner?
Do you know it's going to snow? Have you heard?
There's a rumor. Yep.
We're not deep in the bowels of Westmoreland County. We're down here, though.
We're fair enough.
All right, now we need a turnover.
Yep, we need a turnover or foul.
Try to steal it first, and not him.
No, not
but
him.
He's going to have the ball all the time, right?
Yep.
Well, you try to backcourt him here. No.
All right, let's go. Come on, foul.
Davis.
We got a foul, guys.
The Shields.
And he can't foul. He's got
back to Gallagher.
Fouls.
Yeah, they've knocked
foul him.
16 seconds
Come
off.
on, guys.
Less than a minute.
Why aren't we fouling?
Chambers.
Look,
the Shields is open.
Foul somebody. I don't understand it. I do not understand it.
The Shields to Gallagher. 30 seconds they've taken off the clock. Steal by Timmons.
Well,
and he's fouled. He's fouled by Pratt. There's that 4th foul you were looking for.
That's why, Mike. I guess that's why I'm up here and Coach Dunn's down there, huh?
That's only the 4th team foul against Laurel Highlands, so Highlands will be shooting. Or not shooting, I mean.
Yeah,
they'll be inbounding.
And again, big trip here. 42 seconds ago.
Not over yet. Remember the Penn Hills game you've been referring to at the end, and the Mars game last year in front of hostile crowds. It's going to go all the way to the basket. Blocked by DeShields, fouled by DeShields at 28 seconds left, and they turn the clock off for us. Thank you. Rick Hogger upset.
Yep, Mike, when you have a 4-point lead, the last thing you want to do is turn the clock off.
Jimmy Kunst at the line for the first time tonight.
Because Highlands has an opportunity to score and not take any time off the clock.
First trip to the foul line in the second half for Highlands, and Jimmy missed it. Now he's got to make this one to keep it a 1-possession game.
Yes, sir.
28.8 seconds left. Mustangs by 4. Second one by Kunst is good.
And you're right, Mike, 1-possession game.
9 points for Jimmy.
Foul. There you go.
And they do. Kunst fouls Brandon Davis in the backcourt. 26.6 seconds left. 60-57.
Davis 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
Laurel Highlands is led by as many as 5, and they can do that if they make 2 here by Davis. He's got 9 on the night.
Again, only the 18th foul, Mike, so this will be a 1-on-1.
Carter Leary leads the Rams with 13. Braden Foster with 12. Chandler Timmons with 12. This is a big one. Davis. In and out, rebound Timmons. Rams can tie. Here's Regard. Oh, Leary's open in the corner, but they quickly close on him. Now, here's Regard. It's down! It's time! Regard with 15 seconds.
And we're tied.
Here comes Gallagher. Timeout. Laurel Highlands with 12 seconds left. Regard from the corner ties the game at 60.
Everybody in this house knows where this ball's going, Mike.
Oh, the foul was called. It wasn't a timeout. They called Leary in the backcourt. His 4th.
You're kidding.
There's Cam, not believing it. And it's Gallagher going to the line.
You're kidding.
That sounds like a
running Gallagher rules, huh?
He missed it. Timmons a rebound. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's it's Laurel Highlands ball on the arrow. 11 seconds left. Anything else go wrong while you're thinking of it? Timeout, Laurel Highlands with 11 seconds to go. This is madness.
Madness indeed, Mike. I mean,
the Leary play was so far away. I thought that they had just called timeout, but
I did too.
Gallagher did what he did against Newcastle, and they called a foul. So he can go down really well, and he does.
What a shot by Cameron Regard, though, Mike.
And then who's going to figure Gallagher's missing 2? He did. He missed 2 foul shots. Timmons got the rebound. He got knocked to the floor. They called a jump ball. And now Laurel Highlands has the arrow and have the ball with 11 seconds to go in a 60-60 tie.
Well, Mike, we all know where the ball's going.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty obvious. Now you don't want to foul, obviously. A foul now gives them 2 shots. The Rams have committed 9, but obviously you're not going to do that on purpose. Leary's committed 4. But this one has been crazy. Laurel Highlands led it 60-56. The Rams have scored the last 4 points. 1 out of 2 by Jimmy Kunst, and a 3 ball and a 3 by Carter Leary, or by Cam Regard to tie it. And here we go. 11 seconds left.
No inbound underneath their own basket, Mike. 2 keys, no layups, and keep the ball out of Gallagher's hands. Gallagher not inbounding this time, Mike.
Now remember, now he is. Remember, very important, the arrow switched.
Watch Gallagher, he'll want it back.
The Shields, 9 seconds.
Here's
Gallagher.
He's got it, Mike.
6, 5, 4. Gallagher stops, pops, missed it. We're going to overtime. Gallagher missed the 3. Great defense by Highlands. We're not done here.
4 fouls, Mike, and he held in there. And we're going to overtime.
Unbelievable. And they stared down 3 chances by Gallagher. 2 free throws, a 3-pointer. He missed them all.
He's human, Mike.
And we will have 4 more minutes put back on the clock here. It's the 2nd time we've played these guys in overtime in a playoff game. And the only time we beat them was in overtime. Maybe that means something.
That's a good thing, huh?
Maybe that means something.
I'm going to go back to my prediction, Mike. First quarter leader, which was high as 19-11 wins the game. 60-all going to overtime.
What a crazy, crazy game here in Norwin tonight.
And I'll tell you what, Mike, it's been a heavyweight fight. It's been punch and punch back. And we'll have a jump ball to start the overtime. And again, it'd be nice if we could get one of these jump balls, Mike. We haven't got very many.
I know.
We have Braden Foster at 6'8". Let's get it. And I'm going to say it once again, Mike. They've never been in this position before. We have.
We've had games like this, exactly. Yes. Maybe not to this degree and not with the stakes that this has on it, but we played games like this.
Last time I held it like that, Mike, was against Penn Hills, and we know what happened there.
So we'll try it again. We go to overtime. First one this year, Dan, for Highlands. Foster against the Shields. 4 minutes on the clock. They couldn't settle it in regulation, and Gallagher has the ball.
Jimmy knew right where it was going to go, Mike. He tried to get it off at Gallagher, he couldn't. Hines will get the possession if there is one. And Mike, they're going to hold.
This is really interesting. I think the game changed when they started doing this.
Yep.
And I mean, to Highlands' favor. They got back in the game and took the lead by going at it. There's the Shields with a jumper. He's got 12, and the Mustangs lead by 2. Gunst to Timmons. Timmons right side, back to Jimmy. Oh, Rick Hogger trying to get an offensive foul called. Up off the bench. Foster right side. Foster steps back, he thought about it. Oh boy, nearly a steal by Chambers. Regard in and out.
Get a
rebound out of bounds, it's Highlands ball. Last touch by no, it's a foul.
Foul.
And it's on Rodney
Gallagher. 2 fouls in the same night.
His second. And Highlands wants a timeout. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left. Overtime. Highlands trailing Laurel Highlands 62-60.
And Mike, we've had some great games over our 20 years, and
this is up there.
This is right up there, Mike. I looked the other day at our numbers on YouTube, and #1 game with viewership was the Newcastle game in 2016. Remember that one?
Yes, I do. That was at North Allegheny, semifinal Whitfield game.
And that was another overtime game, correct? And what was the results there?
Highlands won that game.
Highlands won that game.
Thanks in large part to Jamison Nee. He had a tremendous finish.
And then we had 2 Franca regional games, Mike. Remember, they were in our section. We had some great rivalries with them. Knock in 2020.
It's one of my favorites.
Yes, that was a great game.
I mentioned that when you asked me that earlier this year.
Packed house.
Speaking of Newcastle, they beat Central Mountain tonight at Clarion, 85-33.
Still no gateway score though?
No, can't find a thing. I think you're right. They don't waiting for the Pony Express to bring that one back.
And Armstrong, Mike, this year was the 5th largest audience we've had. Golden Rams now will inbound the ball, trailing 62-60 underneath their basket. And boy, I'd like to see Jaden Pratt get that 5th foul, Mike. They were a different team with him on the floor.
Yeah, he is out there. Timmons, count is on. He got it to Foster out of the inbound.
Foul.
You better believe it. And they did get it this time. DeShields picked up the foul, and Foster will go to the line.
That's his 3rd.
Foster's 2 for 4. Now the Rams got to make their foul shots.
I don't think anybody's left, Mike.
I don't think so either. That's 3 on DeShields. I think a few people did when they were up by 4 late, but the Rams scored the last 4 points of regulation to send it into overtime. Foster missed the first. They'll get another. We've played 1 minute.
Foster now 2 out of 5.
He makes the sack.
3 out of 6. Now we're on the odd number, Mike. 3 minutes to go here in the overtime.
62-61. Mustangs by a point. Gallagher with the ball.
With the ball, and it looks like they're going to hold it some more.
Chambers back in. Chambers is the offense of the offense-defense. Taji Hooper is the defense of it. There's Gallagher around a screen. Now Foster picked him up. And Foster can guard out there because he's quick for that size. Davis. They don't mind hedging with him.
Yep. Highlands with 19 fouls, Mike. It'd be 2 shots the rest of the way for Laurel Highlands. He likes to use that arm bar, Davis. He likes to push off when he tries to get around somebody.
Both number 3s in this game like to do that.
Yeah.
Here's Gallagher.
And boy, it's been strong man tonight, Mike.
Gallagher all the way to the basket, lays it up and scores. Oh, what a move that was. He's got 30, and it's 64-61. Here's Gunst. Regard off the move. Regard tied it the last time. Lost the handle, now back to Foster. Now the Rams don't need a 3 right now, they just need to score.
He was open again, Mike.
Leary got a man in the air and he traveled. He slid.
Tried to pump fake, Mike.
He put the foot down, it just slid out from under him. 1:56 left, a big, big defensive trip for Highlands now. 64-61.
They will try to hold it now for sure, Mike.
Ooh. Oh, nearly a steal by Regard. And they say Cam touched the last. Stays with the Mustangs. Oh, Rick Hire. He's just losing his mind as an assistant right now. And you know he's not mad at them. You know what you do. You yell at your buddies over there because of what the kids are. You don't want to yell at the kids right now.
And you're right, Mike. He is a...
That same color Tom Myers. May he rest in peace.
Chartreuse.
Yeah, he used to turn. DeShields with a spin move. Look at Timmons playing defense. Fall away, jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound, Pratt. Oh, what a big rebound by Pratt.
Offensive rebounding has been the difference all night.
66-61, matches their biggest lead. Jimmy Kunst for 3 is cold from downtown.
Net never moved, Mike.
66-64.
Foul Pratt.
1:10 left. Gallagher out top. Now, since Laurel Highlands has had the lead, Highlands has been able to tie it, but they've never gone ahead. It's kind of been that way. Chambers scores and draws the foul. Great pass by Jaden Pratt. And Chambers has been a factor tonight, 14 points. And he only had 2 points the first time these two teams played.
Jimmy Quince gets his 4th foul, Mike.
68-64. Chambers at the line. Around, no good. Rebound Foster. 4-point game. Again, the Rams don't necessarily need a 3 right now. Timeout, Corey Dotchin. 45.7 seconds left. In this classic from Norwin, the Mustangs lead it by 4.
And Mike, with all the pressure on these kids, let's give both teams credit. Highlands has committed only 9 turnovers, and Laurel Highlands, to the credit, Mike, 5 turnovers the entire game.
That is amazing. And a game this high-paced, this emotional. I don't mean emotional in a bad way. I mean just the stakes that are here right now. You got one of these teams is trying to become an undefeated state champion. It doesn't happen very often.
Courtney's going to start the bus again.
Well,
she came back.
Courtney came back. Courtney parked the bus. I don't know what that means, Dean. Maybe it's good news.
You know, the great thing about this, though, Mike, for 2 hours, you forget about everything else.
And believe me, there's a lot that needs to be forgotten about.
Oh, ain't that the truth? It's been a great year, and again, these kids have played so hard. Both teams, again, give them credit for their efforts here tonight. And Norwin has been a great host, by the way.
And they always are. Thanks to Mike Burrell, the athletic director, I got to introduce myself. Mike Burrell, that I was Mike from Burrell, and he said it was obviously destiny, you know. He wasn't here the last time we were here, and thanks to him.
Now again, in a must-score situation for the Golden Rams.
Right, and again, it doesn't need to be a 3, although you'd like one. You know. Rams have hit 9. I think they hit 9 on Tuesday night. They did. They've hit 9 each of these 2 state games. That's some shooting in a state playoffs. You don't see that very often.
Very impressive.
I think they need 10. Here's Regard. Regard's hit 3 of them. Kunst around Gallagher. Had it knocked away. It's Laurel Highlands ball.
No foul on the reach rod, Mike.
Well, the Rams got a foul right away now. Oh, they're talking about it, Dean.
I think so, yeah.
They're talking about it.
Let's see.
They may change their mind. They did change their mind. Highlands ball. Rick Hogger's beside himself.
I think it was a good call, Mike. I thought Gallagher reached around and knocked it out of bounds.
The 2 officials got together. So Highlands gets another crack at it. Deep into Kunst.
Gallagher all over him.
Leary into the paint. Drops it back to Timmons with a runner. Up around, no good. Rebound to Shield. Got a foul right away.
Yep.
And Leary's out. At 22 seconds left.
Leary leads with 13 points.
And unfortunately, with the Rams down 4, that might be it for Carter Leary. And I think he knows that now, too. What a great career he's had if this is the end.
Played a little as a freshman, then started his last 3 years, Mike.
Don't hang your head, Carter Leary. You are a WPIAL champion.
That is correct.
And no one will ever take that away from you.
DeShield's going to go to the line.
And he gave it everything he had, too.
He'll shoot 2.
So DeShield's at the line. And now these are just enormous foul shots. Now some folks are heading to the exit stand.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Even if he makes 2, it's still a 2-possession game. 22 seconds is plenty of time.
That's a lifetime, Mike.
He rattles it up. And they have not been as dialed in from the foul line as they were the first time.
I always ask my kids in this situation, how many possessions left? The answer is 5.
Yeah. Laurel Highlands calls timeout to ice his own shooter with 22 seconds left. I think I might have waited till he made the second one and then called it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree.
I don't like icing my own guy. 69-64 Mustangs by 5. 22.6 seconds remaining. There goes Courtney again.
And there's our buddy Andre Ramsey, Mike, with a pirate hat on. Now there's an optimist, huh?
I know. I got mine over there in my bag. My Laurel Highlands guys are guarding it for me over here.
You get to suffer through 162. Congratulations.
I don't suffer. They don't lose all of them, Dan. They lose most of them, but they don't lose all of them. I told Virginia Easley the other day, I said the longer the lockout goes on, the more of a chance they don't lose 100.
She's a big pirate fan.
She is.
All right, Mike. Again, it's a 2-possession game, even if he makes this.
Exactly. And now you are in the business of three-pointers now. I think either way. I think either way.
And unfortunately, Carter Leary just fouled out.
And he's one of the best ones we have at
it. He's had 3 tonight.
The Shields, 2 big foul shots, and it's a 6-point game. Rams have to, well, Kuntz is going right to the basket and took the 2 points. Tried to draw the foul, didn't get it.
Now we have to foul. Foul. There you go. Tavares.
Jimmy with 14. Tavares gets the foul with 11 seconds left. It's a 4-point game. And now the clock is really your enemy. It looked good for the Rams in the second quarter when they were up 13. These guys aren't 26-0 for nothing.
No, Mike, and again, they're going to remember tonight, though.
They sure are. Oh, think of 2 of their last 3 games, team. This one in the Newcastle game, they have had to scratch and claw. And you know, you can look at their record, you can talk about their section, but you got to be gutsy to scrap out games like this. And they have done it against Newcastle, and they're 11 seconds away from doing it again against Highlands.
You know, Mike, all during the game I kept saying they haven't been in this situation. I forgot the Newcastle game.
Yeah.
They have been. That was a double overtime game.
And again, as with the stakes as high as you can get, and now said they have their eyes on that prize of going all the way and winning the state title.
Yeah, they're calling it the revenge tour, Mike. And again,
if they would be one of the few to do it undefeated, they don't come around very often.
Winner of this gets Hershey Gateway, and then we have Newcastle and Penn Hills looming above. And the other side, Mike,
there's a chance to have both of the Western semifinals be all WPIL teams.
Yep, above is Chester, Archbishop Ryan, Shippensburg, Hillston, Marple Newton, Marsley North, Randon, Emonte Charter, and I don't know where any of those are. I've been around this state for a while.
Do you know what we like to say?
What's that?
They're out east.
Out east.
Imhotep.
I've been everywhere.
Thank you, Johnny Cash.
All right, Mike, even if he makes it, still 2-possession game.
And now you're real, but you need 3s now.
Yeah, but again, 11 seconds. There's 2 possessions in it for us. But you got to make the 3 coming up.
The Shields, it won't go.
Mike. Let's go. Let's get the
Rebound
ball up the floor.
Foster, 9 seconds, 8.
We need a 3.
Foster to Tavares, corner to Regard. Lets it go. It's off the rim. Tipped around to Shields. 2 seconds, 1. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs in overtime move to 27-0. They stare down the Golden Rams, 71-66.
And Mike, I want to take my hat off to both teams. Played a great game here this evening. Highlands gave it everything they had, Mike. And again, you got to give Laurel Highlands credit. Tip the hat. They were down early, 13 points. They stuck with the game plan. They came out. Those big 5 points, the 3 before the half and the 2 after, they really, really hurt us. And again, look at the scoreboard, Mike, 5-point difference.
5-point game. I'll tell you what, that's like a punch in the gut right there.
Yeah.
Those kids gave it everything they had, and I applaud them. What a great year they had, too. They got a lot of minutes out of sophomores this year. They're not going to want to hear it now, but this experience that they got tonight is going to be invaluable for the guys coming back, and most of them are coming back. And we're going to, you're going to take another run at this thing next year with a really strong Highlands basketball team.
Well, Mike, it's been a great year, and as you say, it comes to an end here tonight, but we expect big things over the next year and 2, really, with the 3 sophomores, the core there. And again, hats off to both teams, especially our guys from Highland.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thanks to cameraman Dan for all his help all year, and thanks to you. This is it for us this year. You're going someplace warmer. God bless you.
Off to Florida.
Yeah, okay. Once again, that final score here tonight in overtime. Laurel Highlands 71. The Highlands Golden Rams 66. For the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik saying thanks for watching all your folks. So long, everybody.